Come on in, sit next to me. Tell me how you been and spill a little tea. Share a happy grin and let your mind go free. Everybody wins, keep it light and carefree. It's just a thoughtful exchange. We're engaging our brains about the arts here in town. Get the word going round. So come on in, sit next to me, and sip a little Fort Dodge tea. Fort Dodge tea, a thoughtful exchange about the arts. Thanks for dropping by.
All right, we are back. It's episode 22 of FDT. This is fun because, again, we're in a new place. I do want to say kudos. Recently online, Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association has been doing really good. A lot of good posts lately. I've been seeing you on there talking about the events. A lot of people commenting.
A lot of people engaging in that.
That's really cool. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's very uncomfortable for me.
Yeah. Well, you guys just recently crossed 3,000 followers.
Wow.
And it's still climbing, which is like crazy.
Every day I've been looking. I'm kind of obsessed right now. And I'm like, oh my God, we got 3 more on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't want to be like iBabies.
On a Tuesday even.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, I also look. I'm always just peeking in, like, all right, who else is in here now? So, if you're not following, all the links are going to be down below to follow Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association on your platform of choice with, posting on Instagram, et cetera, as well. So, welcome to FDT episode 22. Where are we at and who are we sitting with?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
We are at the Fort Museum and Frontier Village.
This is awesome.
I know. We're actually in the trading post on the grounds. But yeah, that's where we are. We are featuring the Fort Museum, Frontier Village, Opera House, all the things in this episode. I had talked to Jen about doing this a little while ago, and I've thought about it for a really long time. And timing, I always try to time it out on the release, and I kept thinking, well, God, should we try to do this before Frontier Days? And then, you're planning, things are happening, and then in my mind, I'm like, it might be kind of fun to have this content after Frontier Days, talk about the new directorship, the new changes that are happening, get you through your first Frontier Days, and then kind of have a recap and maybe be able to use parts of this to be able to recruit some of the things that maybe you're looking for next year and share some goals and thoughts. So
you're telling me they didn't have time while they were planning an event to take some time off?
I mean, we probably could have, but I think
kidding.
this is a better use of the content.
Honestly, this will be good. This will be good.
Yeah, so I would like each of you to introduce yourselves, tell your role in this organization, and then talk about yourselves. Where are you from? What was your first word?
All right.
What was my first word? Oh boy, I don't know.
I don't know that one. That was too long ago. I'm Jeana Becker. I am a board member, and I'm the Frontier Days chair. I started with the Fort Museum in 2021. I started doing the parade. In 2024, I took over all of Frontier Days.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just that's a lot.
Yeah. This is my 3rd year. But this year we've had a lot of different things, so it kind of felt like a first year again.
Yeah.
But it's really good, and I think got a great team.
Awesome.
That's cool.
And you're from, where are you from originally? What's all that?
So I'm from Gilmore.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Humboldt County side or Pocahontas County side?
Humboldt County.
I didn't know that made a difference.
Booyah.
Yeah, when you live in Humboldt, it does.
It goes right down the middle.
We had the big old manhunt last night and made the news.
Oh, nice. I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
I
arrested
did
him
see
this
that.
morning.
Oh, yeah. I'd heard about that.
I wasn't home. They were like, hey, lock your doors.
I got
I'm
that.
like,
I got that notification.
Well, that's the fun stuff when you wake up and you're like, oh, that's what all the commotion was yesterday when I heard. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Well, and
Mom's
Humboldt's
like-
so big it has 2 zip codes.
Well, and Gilmore's so big it has 2 counties.
Can't contain it all at once.
Good old Midwest humor.
Good stuff.
All right, and next.
Well, I am Jen Fitzgerald. I'm the executive director out here at the Fort Museum and Opera House. I started out here mid-March. I'm super excited about coming out here. They found me, which is great. I love being found. So it was a blessing to come out here and start a new adventure with everyone. I'll tell you what, you would think that you knew everything about this place until you start working out here. And holy cow. Like, I feel like an artifact because there's so many things out here. Like every day is like, oh man, I didn't know we had that. Oh, that's really cool. So, I mean, just coming out here and just seeing it behind the scenes is totally different than being, a guest, a visitor, or anything like that. So I started mid-March, absolutely love it. Didn't do much with Frontier Days. I didn't want to come in and kick that pile of leaves too far because being that new person, I didn't want to disrupt anything that they started already because they were planning since last year.
I mean, that's what you do for those types of events. You steer a year in advance.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I didn't want to come
behind on that, but
right. But
not
that's the
really.
mentality.
Not really. We have a date already picked out, which is good. So we're actually on track. We're good.
yes.
But yeah, I didn't want to come in and throw that pile of leaves around too much. Being an event planner in my past life, I felt like I wanted to meddle in things, but I chose not to just because I didn't feel like it was my place yet. I mean, it was my place, but it wasn't my place.
You also have a lot of other things going on.
Yes.
I mean, yes, that is a huge component of what's happening here. Huge. But there are also a lot of other pieces to that puzzle. So okay, you let one piece, fine. But the other 49 pieces,
the other 49.
I tell you, she was quite instrumental in Frontier Days, though, itself.
Oh, so. I believe it.
I did. I helped out a lot during Frontier Days. I was here until 3:30, I think, one morning, and we had to be back out here by 7:30.
Yep.
So, I mean, there was late nights, early mornings, and I loved every bit of it, and I'm so glad I was a part of that. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I took mental notes, wrote down some notes, and shared them and didn't share them because it's going to be one of those things that's like a Jack in the Box. I'm going to pop out and be like, oh, by the way.
Right.
I'm going to do this for next year. But there's some good things, though, and I'm glad I stepped back to watch it all play out just so I have that experience, and I'm so thankful. Like, I don't know if you're big in prayer, but I was like, man, give me a good weekend. Let me have this so I have that experience. And I didn't want it to rain on our parade per se. Because if it did, it would have totally thrown everything off, and I wouldn't have had that experience this year, and I would have to wait another year to experience it. And I'm so thankful that it was great weather. It was beautiful. A little hot, but it's okay.
Well, and we're definitely going to get into a whole chunk of Frontier Days. But you're talking about you right now.
About me. I know. Okay. All right. Well, all right.
Whatever we can do to turn the story away from us.
Yes, I know. People are so uncomfortable. I am the same way. I am the same way.
But yeah, so I started out here, love it, and I came from a background of events and all the fun stuff, and I got kids. I got 5 of those. I had to start my own family of 5. I like to say my family's like dinosaurs. I have no parents, no grandparents, no aunts, no uncles. All I have is my siblings and my kids. And my kids have graciously given me 4 grandkids so far, which is amazing. So, I got 5 kids, 4 grandbabies, and I'm hoping that they'll add more to that. I'm hoping I'll have a village before I die. That's my hope is. So,
what's your hometown?
Fort Dodge.
Yeah, Fort Dodge. Okay.
Yep, born and raised here in Fort Dodge.
Sure. Okay.
Yep, moved away for a little bit, got that experience outside of here, went to Colorado, absolutely loved it there. But I'm telling you what, just the force drew me back home.
Same.
And I love it here.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to call this my home. I told everyone here when I started, I'm like, well, this is my 15-year plan. I plan on staying here until I retire. So I'll be 65. I turned 50 this year. So end of August. I'm a Virgo, by the way. I'm a Virgo. So I do turn 50 this year, end of August. That's a little bit about me.
Yeah. All right. Were either of you artistic growing up or still artistic in any way outside of work?
I was a nerd.
Nerds are great artists.
I was not an artist. I was good with math and reading books.
Okay.
There's an art to math.
And there's literary arts.
You have to know it.
Yes. Yeah. Literary arts, storytelling, story read. That's all a creative thing in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't never artsy growing up.
Did you ever play in band?
I
Were you
did
ever
play
like in middle school
violin.
band? Okay.
I played violin and I played clarinet. They both lasted 1 year.
Okay. You tried it.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I did.
And the recorder. Everybody does.
Everybody had to play the recorder.
Yes. And, you know, that's so funny you said that because, like, I'm not joking you. Going through some of my dad's things, I opened up a cupboard a few days ago and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I felt like I needed to bring it out to the museum as like an artifact because it was a recorder.
Oh,
it was
funny.
the brown, and it even said Yamaha on the side. And I was like,
You got the nice one.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we didn't get the school one, you know, where it's like, here, everyone else has used this.
Now they're cool though.
teeth marks
Now
on
they're
it.
like fun colors and clear and plastic. I
Yeah.
mean,
They're disposable.
Yeah,
yeah.
disposable.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Yeah, so I came across the recorder, and I thought that was kind of funny. I did clarinet as well.
Okay, see,
cool.
you just
I
have to
did.
dig. You have to dig it out of them.
Yeah, so I did the clarinet, played that through middle school. I walked through the door with the clarinet in high school and said, yep, not for me.
Fair enough.
And all I did
Fair
was
enough.
walk through the door, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm
Your
good.
gut was like, I'm
And that
done.
that went back home, and it put it in the locker, and I was done.
Still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
Probably still in the locker. And it's not that, I mean, it's not that I disliked it. I just felt like it just wasn't me anymore.
Yeah.
And you know how you just go into a new school, new whatever, and you're like, yep, that's not me anymore.
High school, you have to make choices.
Yeah. And I made
just
one
do.
real quick. As soon as I walked in the door, I knew it wasn't for me.
And I'm out.
I'm out.
Clarinet
Mic
drop.
Clarinet.
Yeah.
I did the
clarinet.
chorus. I was so quiet, nobody could hear me.
Aw.
I was too shy.
Let's hear something now.
Oh, God.
Here, let me start off.
I was too shy. That's why I thought,
Yeah.
all right, let's take it.
No. Still quite. I'm still recovering from Frontier Days.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, I think we both are. We literally lost our voice close to about the same time.
Yeah.
And she actually went and got medicated. I self-medicated.
Yeah, they
with,
just gave me another
cough drops
prescription
and-
for antibiotics for my
I
voice.
mean, when
so.
you,
wow.
that's giving your all. That's giving your all.
absolutely.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's bring it in and
Yeah,
let's talk
yes.
about the history of the property, the history of the space, the museum as a whole.
Yes. So we have this nice shovel over here. I don't know if it's in there.
Yeah.
But 1964 is when the building here and everything, we became a nonprofit.
The Trading Post building, are you talking
the
about?
Fort Museum
The Fort
itself.
Museum
Okay.
itself.
I'm not for sure when the Trading Post was actually built.
Oh, I want to say we looked that up, and I thought it was like 1968 or 9, I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I want to say we looked that up.
Well,
But-
and there was a reason they chose here.
So this was big enough land. Originally, the Fort Museum was where the DHS building is, or the old Wakanza School.
Okay.
And there's still a plaque there that recognizes that. That was the original fort. It's different than what we have for a fort here.
Okay.
Our fort is enclosed for, safety and security and things. The original fort was wide open.
Okay.
And so there was not that security.
Okay.
And so, we built our replica, not really a replica, off of another fort model.
Okay.
Is it Fort Williams?
Yep, William Williams.
Yeah, William Williams.
Yep.
And so,
I don't know. We'll call him
Say,
William.
say that. Yeah, I was gonna say that's when it's like a junior.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you call him junior? Because I couldn't think of a name.
there's just been a lot. I've learned a lot. I don't know a lot. Truthfully, Sean O'Connor is amazing at this.
Yeah.
He's so good. I mean, just coming on board, I'm learning a lot just by jumping into where I don't know the whole history.
Well, all of these buildings, like
are
along
old.
the, what do you call it?
Front Street.
The
Front
Village,
Street. I
or-
mean,
yeah.
most of those are like original
Yes.
to the 1800s,
So the
1900s.
Carlson Ritchie cabin is our oldest building
Okay.
on the grounds.
Yep. And then it's the schoolhouse.
And then we have the cabin, or not the cabin, the fort inside of the stockade, that was original to the original fort in Fort Dodge.
Oh, wow.
It's had upgrades because, it's a log cabin. And so it takes a lot to take care of
You're
that.
talking about the Armistead building, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or is it the Sutler store? It's
No.
the Sutler store. Maybe. I don't know.
I think it's the Armistead building.
She might be right.
Yeah, because there is a photo in there of like the original.
Because on the outside it does say this is original.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
other one's a partial
Okay.
original
Yeah.
that's been fixed up to make it full.
Sure.
And so those are both.
So you mentioned some of the spots down here on Front
Yes.
Street, right? It's behind us. That's why I keep pointing at the flag.
Yes. Behind us
What is
outside.
wrong with our left arm? So what else? What else is along your main street here?
We have a chapel out there, which is
Yes.
really cool.
We're going to start church in the chapel, maybe.
Yes, very excited in
Oh.
August.
Ooh, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
Fun.
Yep. First United Methodist. Pastor Luke
Yep.
will be coming out here and doing a church session out here, which we're very excited about.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Send me all the details when you know.
I will. I do have the date, but yeah, I'll let you know later about
Yes.
that.
We can fit about 25 people inside, but we're hoping to, get it out.
Yeah, we're
as
gonna
well.
we're gonna recommend to bring some lawn chairs out and everything too. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So we have a chapel, which one of the things when I came on board, I wanted to bring the museum to life a little bit, and that's one of the ways I wanted to do. It was bring life out there to
Yes.
Front Street because I feel like there's so many cool buildings out there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, and when you give people something to do in that space,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're more apt to stick around and check out all the details
Yep.
as opposed to
Yes.
like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to walk to get some food.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. So,
Yep.
again,
Yes.
with the pointing left arm.
Yes.
Yep. So we got the chapel out there. We got the schoolhouse from I believe it was 1890s, 1850s
Yep.
schoolhouse out there, and then we have
We have the cabinet shop,
the cabinet shop. We
the
got the
land
blacksmith shop.
assessor's office.
Yep, the land office. We call it the land office.
Donahue general store.
General store, yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I walk in there and it smells like Pepto-Bismol,
Nice.
and I'm like, oh, yep, it smells minty.
And we also have the newspaper.
Okay.
Yes, and that's really cool too.
Yep,
Fun
with the
fact.
press.
We got that running.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
amazing.
Yes, it was really cool. And then we got the livery with all the cool buggies in it.
Okay.
The
Okay.
drugstore.
The
and
drugs-
the vet.
drugstore.
Oh, yeah,
is
the vet
wild.
clinic or
Yes.
office or.
Yep.
Yes.
When you start naming them, that's a ton.
That's a lot of buildings.
Well, we
there.
have 27 buildings.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but most of them were actually donated by families or organizations, right? Along the
Yes.
way,
Yes.
they've just
Yes.
kind of added to.
Yep.
Yeah, because like the Harcourt jail,
Yeah.
it was the
The drunk
Harcourt
tank
jail,
back in
the
the day.
drunk tank. It turned into an ice house,
Yeah, an ice
shack.
house.
Okay.
And then it made its way to us.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's wild that it essentially changed hands once probably before it became an ice house. I don't think the police station was using it as an ice house. First it's a drunk tank, and now it's literally a drunk tank. They put ice in there and beer in there. No. But then it found
That's
its
where
way-
they used to ice them.
Yeah. Whole new
the-
meaning.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
So, but that's cool that somebody knew that and they were like, well, maybe
Yeah.
you guys will actually use this for what it was originally.
Intended
Yeah.
for,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Well, and
That's pretty cool.
we have all these buildings. We're hoping to add more. So, everything that we do is part of bringing that
Bringing more.
more.
Yeah.
Yes. And so there's visions. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, yeah. There's visions, and we spoke some vision stuff last
And we
night.
spoke some vision.
spoke some vision. We spoke some vision. I like.
so
to
if
say out
anybody
my own
has an
language
old
sometimes,
building,
Shelley.
we're definitely in the look.
And when you say old building, you're not talking about like the garage out of my farm where I used to park the Buick. Or
No.
anything.
Well,
No.
maybe.
Depends.
Depends
What's it
because
look like?
nowadays a lot of us live like my house was built in the 1900s. It's in our wheelhouse. So
My house was built in 1910. I got the old farmhouse of the neighborhood.
we
I
have
mean-
two schoolhouses. The other
Yeah.
one's a 1950 schoolhouse.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anywhere from 1850 to 1950,
Yeah.
you're in our wheelhouse.
Wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, you pass those random corners and rural intersections
Yep.
and see these and I'm sounding like my sister here because old buildings always made her sad. Old empty buildings always made her
Yeah.
sad. And now I get it. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, you know, a pretty unique little building.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to talk about the Cardiff Giant. Tell us about the Cardiff Giant. Do you know about the Cardiff Giant?
Yes.
I think we talked about
Okay,
it.
then you can
before.
fact check.
I actually did after you and I had discussed this like about a year ago on a different podcast, but this is something where afterwards I was like, I got to do some more research on this. And I did a whole bunch and it's actually a really cool story. So,
Yeah.
what is the Cardiff Giant?
Okay.
Okay, so the Cardiff Giant started here in Iowa. It came from the mind of a man, and I apologize, I don't remember his name. I believe in Ohio. And he decided he wanted to make people believe there were giants as written in the Bible. So he reached out to a person here in Iowa, in Fort Dodge, and got about 40 tons of gypsum. And he had it taken from here by horse and wagon
Okay.
to Boone, where, because we didn't have a railroad at the time, to Boone, where it got on the railroad, and then it traveled across the country to Cardiff, New York. At that point, he had a plan with his cousin. And him and his cousin went and buried, well, I apologize, I skipped a part. I don't remember where they had it chiseled.
Oh, yeah.
And turned into
This giant, yeah.
the giant. And so at that point, then him and his cousin buried it. And then about 5 years later, he came back, the cousin, to dig a well on a strange part of his farm. While he did that, he dug up a statue. Or not a statue, you know, a giant, because it was supposed to be real. And then it became so popular, he was charging like 50 cents a person to come, which was huge in like the 1800s.
Yeah.
To see this giant. It got such a huge following. P.T. Barnum got involved. He wanted in on it. He tried to buy the giant. He would not sell it to him
Oh.
at all. And so P.T. Barnum made his own giant and said this
that's
one was
right.
fake. This one's the real one. Eventually it was found out. And so
So wait, ours is real or fake?
ours is a replica.
Okay. Oh.
The original is in Cardiff, New York.
Okay.
And then there's another replica, I believe, in Wisconsin.
Okay.
But yeah, so, you know, we had to have a Cardiff Giant because without the gypsum, there wouldn't have been one.
Right. Right.
Here's a crazy thing. When I went and read about that, when P.T. Barnum was just like, mine's real, that's fake. That's the only one you hear about because it's P.T. Barnum.
Yes.
Other people also made some, and they're like, well, if he's going to jump in on this, then I'm going to say I made one too. So I had read that other people had attempted to make crude remakes of this thing and then bury it and act like they found it too,
Yeah.
to jump in on this hoax that was going on.
Yes, and it
Which is
was like the
crazy.
biggest hoax because it was nationwide at that time.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like graphic or anything, but it kind of looks like if you open up like a tomb, there's a person in there.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yes.
kind of looks like.
Right. Yeah.
It really does.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. If it was 200 years ago, I'd be like, I'm sure, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know
Sure
any
looks
better.
like one.
Yeah.
What if the original one is like a time capsule actually, and it has
don't even
information from aliens
Don't even say that.
Oh gosh.
in it, and they were just waiting for the right year?
Cardiff Giant Story 2.0 started in Fort Dodge
Yes.
by Shelly Bardorf, ladies and gentlemen.
You get too close and it hums.
Yeah. My hair is standing up on my arms.
We
as I
gotta
get
we gotta fit it
closer.
to the fine arts. You know, it's gotta hum, make some music.
Make some music.
But you can purchase your very own replica of
Yes.
the Cardiff Giant on a
Yes.
smaller scale.
Yes.
Here in this trading post.
Is it made out of gypsum?
No,
Dude, how crazy would that be?
we should reach out.
Let's
and
just say
see.
it is.
We have mini me's.
I mean, I was looking at those earlier when we were setting up, and they are really cute.
They
Yeah.
are.
Oh, they're over there.
Yeah.
I gotta go look.
They're like it could be a good paperweight on your desk, a good just conversation piece.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I also got some nice hats over there. I might have to try
Yeah.
a couple of them on.
I love this space. I think it's very cozy.
Yes. There's a lot of fun stuff in here.
What are the hours? Let's talk about the trading post a little bit.
So the trading post and touring hours, we're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5. Saturday, Sunday is 12 to 4. And if you want to do a self-guided tour, I recommend probably giving yourself at least 45 minutes to an hour because there's so much to see here. Like she said, there's over 20 buildings to walk through. So there's a lot of things to look at. If you can also do like a bus tour or a school group tour. We have, I recommend doing that at least 48 hours in advance.
Anytime. Just to be nice.
Just be
We can line somebody up to be the front desk and the other one to be the tour guide.
Planning purposes.
For planning purposes, we want to make sure that you are scheduled with either Sean or Matt, which is our tour guides. They're wealth of knowledge. I mean, Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they're actors. They can memorize scripts. So they can totally memorize.
Yes, it's so
stuff.
funny because I'll look at Sean and be like, Sean, why does this one flag have 47 stars? Well,
40.
And he'll tell you.
You asked that.
Oh
And
my
it's
God.
because this, and he just runs through it. Like, he's so good, so full of knowledge. So, if you want to do a guided tour, I'll tell you what, it's amazing how much knowledge that they'll fill your bucket with.
Sean would be able to spit out everything about the Cardiff Giant,
Fort Dodge.
and you wouldn't sit here and think about it being wrong because he's a lot more believable
He's a
than
good
me.
storyteller. You also have like some old kind of timey candy sitting around. There's also, merch for the fort. You got T-shirts from Frontier Days, magnets, all kinds of fun little
sweatshirts,
old school musical instruments.
Last time I was here, I bought a bunch of the old timey candy and just like walked around and handed it out. People were like, where did you get this? 'Cause, it's been a long time since anybody's seen some of that stuff.
Yes,
but.
it's funny because there was a grape candy that I had in the case, and
I bought it. I got it because I wanted to try it. It was sour grape hard candy.
Okay.
And it's old school candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some guy came in here and he's like,
Tried one.
He's like, can I buy one of those? And we're like, yeah. He bought one. He goes, oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm buying the whole case.
Oh, you didn't get to try it.
I didn't even get to try it. It's a win.
The whole thing.
And then I accidentally also ordered cactus fans.
Oh man. Did I make fun of her? I'm like, why would you buy a cactus fan of all fans?
The
Why would you buy a
manual,
cactus
they're
fan?
cool you down. I was like, it's Frontier Days. It's going to be hot. People are going to want fans. She made fun of me
I did.
so
Like,
bad.
there's
And
a
we
cactus
sold
on them,
out
or
of
what
them.
does that mean?
It was a cactus.
We can't show you. We
and it
sold
had
out.
Like it had like a little hand pump on it to make the fan go.
Well, Iowa
And-
cacti.
Well, right. It makes
Frontier.
sense. Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I went to the zoo last weekend and they had flamingo ones. I mean, that's weird, right? A flamingo at a zoo.
I suppose
Nah.
it's hot. It's hot. Well,
Like a cactus
That's hilarious.
makes sense.
your hours are also on your website. They're on your
Yes.
Facebook page. All
Yep.
those things. I think there's still somewhat of a misconception that people can't just pop out here.
That's what I was going to ask. So people can just, again, not a whole tour bus, but people can
Right.
just come out here.
even if a tour bus showed up, I'm not going to say no.
Nice.
Right.
nice.
But
Like
no.
I've had
But yes, individuals can come in on their own.
You get a better experience if
you allow yourself time, you will have a better experience. But I'll tell you what, I've had people walk in at 5 minutes to 5 and say, "Oh man, you guys close in 5 minutes." I don't care.
Yeah.
Come on in.
But if you can come earlier than that, too.
If you
Yes.
if you can, please do. But
We used to
but I'm not
stop.
gonna turn them
Right,
away because
Yeah.
Come see it.
remember that people drive. I've had people come from Florida, from Texas, and all over the place.
Norway.
And this is just a drive-through area, and they're like, "Hey, I found you guys on the map," or "We saw
I make all
Highway
these stops
20
on a road trip.
museum."
Yep.
This is what I do.
I'm not going to turn them away because this could have been the one and only lifetime experience that they had.
Yes.
I had a couple grandparents come in here and they were from Florida. They had their grandkids with them and we weren't open yet for the season. And they're like, "Oh man, are you guys open?" And I'm like, "No, but what do you want to see?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "We literally want to see the Cardiff Giant."
Yeah.
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I went out there and opened up that Cardiff Giant and they got to see it. And those
Yeah.
grandkids came in here and they were so excited that they got to see the Cardiff Giant
That's
on their
wild.
vacation.
Yeah.
That's
And
so fun.
yeah.
So yeah, you can pop in. If you're local, you could pop in.
Absolutely.
If you're from some other country, you can pop in.
Yes.
Whenever
Yes.
you're traveling through.
Yeah.
There used to be a rule of ending an hour ahead of time.
Okay.
That way we could close.
Yeah.
We don't
No.
have that rule anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You show up, we let you.
So some other things that are going on, like you have your bingo weekly.
Yes.
line
Monday and
dancing
Thursday.
occasionally.
Yep.
Yes, starting tonight again.
Yeah.
Yep. I did mention that on my live this week.
Yes, you did.
What else? What else can people attend? out
We
here?
got pancakes.
Oh yeah, your pancake event.
on July
July
3rd. Unfortunately, our sign is
this
a
gonna be
little
after?
bit off.
No, this will be what day of the week?
July
is-
3rd, is that the Friday?
It's a
I think
Friday.
that's the Friday.
That's
Yeah.
the day this comes out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. I hope
there
you
you
watched
go.
this early.
Just like we planned it.
Just like we planned it. Yes.
Tell all your friends how good it was.
yeah. Okay, so the pancake thing. Are you doing your Halloween thing? I assume
Yes.
again,
Yep.
some sort of haunted.
Lizzie does a
something?
great job. She's working on that, so she's looking for volunteers to help with the haunted house.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're wanting to do maybe like a crime club.
Yep.
In the Opera House. I used to be. My husband owned his own business downtown, and I had a crime club there. So
Yeah.
just pull all the people in and
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of new fun things that we're going to try just
Yeah.
because I feel like I said, bring new life out here.
Mm-hmm.
People need to experience what we have to offer and have fun with us.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so there's going to be something. I mean, in the livery, if you haven't seen that building yet, I'm telling you, I want to have square dancing on the floor. That floor in there is so cool. And I think square dancing out there would be really fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just little fun throughout the front street behind us.
Yeah.
and we're working on putting together like a 90s adult party
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
We haven't fully
90s doll.
adult.
Oh,
Adult.
Adult.
like in my head are like Cabbage Patch Kids, Strawberry Shortcake. I'm like, those are not 90s.
Well,
80s. Were there any good 90s
like,
dolls?
were there good
Yeah.
90s dolls?
Yeah, those are like
That's the
80s
Trolls.
dolls. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Yep, trolls.
So I do want to think, like, if you listen to the first 10 minutes of this and you're like, oh, you didn't help with Frontier Days, and then you're one of those people that are just like, well, nothing goes on out at the fort. What were you doing? And then you're like, okay, so you give tours. That's it.
Yeah.
Neat. And now you just listed 15 different events that you have going on.
Right.
This is what's going on out at the fort.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is there anywhere people can look this up? Is this stuff on your website, your Facebook? Is it listed
I
anywhere?
would say Facebook is a good place to go. I'm really trying to grow the audience on our Facebook pages. So I've been really posting a lot out there in
We're
regards
trying
to what's
with
coming
the
up.
website
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. So we're getting there. I'm trying to get things digitized, I guess you can say a little bit more. I came out here and everything was paper. I'm trying to get everything more like
well,
digitized
it's
and
true to
glowing.
the era. You know?
Yeah. You can't have a computer here.
Yeah, and I
makes it a little difficult record keeping.
I love that, but the chisel and the hammering away on taking notes during a meeting.
I paid for my rock candy with Confederate money, as a matter of fact.
You had a whole slew of it.
Well, honestly, if we take that somewhere, it might be worth more than the candy.
That's
So
true.
that's a win.
Yes, yeah, that is a win.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
When you think about Frontier Days this year, you in your new position, and you now I call you seasoned since this was your fifth one, I think, right?
Well,
1, 2, 3.
three
1,
for
2,
the
3,
Frontier
4.
Days, and then
But involved.
Yes.
Okay. So what went well?
we don't know. We had lots of attendance. We felt like it was greatly attended.
Yeah.
Our performers gave us great feedback.
Yes.
Good.
They were very impressed with the people that
Yep.
came and the response from the people. It's so hard because we look at the negative to make it better.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
it's
I
so
know.
hard to sit there and
But you have
find
to
the
remember
good.
what went well,
Yes.
so that you
Can do it again.
Want to do
Yes.
it again,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
But I get it. You get that hat on to critique
we
everything.
had
and-
we had a great amount of volunteers.
Awesome.
we-
I wondered.
We didn't have like a huge amount of volunteers. We could have absolutely went with more, but the ones that we had were great.
Yeah.
They were good. I think next
We had
year-
ones that surprised the crap right out of us.
Oh
that-
my gosh, yeah.
We had one that started, and he's from the Beacon that came and
I'm
helped
telling
us,
ya.
and he
Great.
worked Saturday from the beginning of the parade
Yes.
till the end of the night on
Nice.
Saturday, and
Nice.
just
Yeah.
like was an amazing worker.
You have to have worker bees for
and,
things like
and that
this.
gentleman, he was a huge worker bee. So don't ever hesitate in by getting anybody from the Beacon, having them help you, because I'll tell you what, they're a great group of guys that are out there, and they're hard workers.
Yeah.
They really are.
So if somebody's listening and they want to volunteer,
Yeah.
how do they?
Call, email,
What?
Facebook.
What does your website
Show
have like a
up.
little contact form on your website?
Yes,
Yeah.
our website has a
Yes.
volunteer. It's on our Fort Museum FV, as in frontiervillage.com
Link.
/support.
Link will be in the description, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Yep.
You know the drill.
Sorry,
You know
it's
the
just
drill.
Well, and you guys do post or have posted as things got closer.
Yeah,
but I
volunteers.
just think, staying in touch and popping out every once in a
Yeah.
while and
Yes.
just really kind of involving yourself is
Yeah.
something people always are after the fact, like, oh man, why didn't I? Bleh."
Yes.
Well, and you can only do so much. I get that. But yeah, volunteers, I assumed, was one of the biggest challenges.
It is. And
Always.
Always.
Monday and Thursday, I always look for volunteers. Bingo. We thrive on volunteers for bingo, even either concession help to verifying calling card or the bingo cards, anything.
Yeah.
We're always looking for help on Monday and Thursday for bingo. So.
Okay.
Oh, gosh,
Yeah,
I
it's
could
good to
only
know,
imagine
too.
somebody up there. They're just winding the thing B7, and that's bingo, and then it's like conk, 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 conk. They gotta walk all the way down. No, that's not a bingo. Conk, 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 conk,
Well, the thing we don't turn the wheel and let the ball fall out anymore. We have an electric machine.
Oh, it's
okay.
fancy.
It's fancy, and the balls pop up from this like force of air,
Ooh.
and then you grab it and say B7.
and then something
B7.
clever.
That sounds fancy.
Something clever
Fancy.
behind it.
I'm gonna
too.
stop
Yeah.
out and check this out.
I'm
I'm
go
also
ahead.
thinking volunteering might be a fun way to kind of get maybe a little bit of behind the scenes look at what goes
Yes.
on out here
Oh,
too.
for
You know,
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I encourage it. It's fun.
You would be so surprised on how much stuff this place has.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're learning so much right now.
yeah.
What would you say your goals are then? Like, not specifically, not detail to detail, but overall for next year, what do you want to see
like,
for
Frontier
Frontier
Days?
Days?
Absolutely. Well, we obviously want more volunteers.
I obviously want good weather.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the I would say
We want to keep
Golly.
going back to that family route.
yes. Yeah. I really feel like Fort Dodge and the surrounding communities really came together this year, showed up. Saturday was huge. My goal is to make Sunday big as well.
Yes.
I felt like Sunday wasn't as big or busy.
It also kind of
as
started to get
Saturday.
crappy weather
Yeah,
Sunday
It
afternoon.
did, but it held off though until everybody was packed up and pulling away.
Yeah.
So
That's
that was
cool.
great.
Yes.
But I truly want to make each day a big day, not just Saturday, the big hurrah, but every day. I remember, 10 years ago, 15 years ago or whatever, the beer tent was a huge thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The beer tent was packed. Like you couldn't like squeeze in there.
Yep.
So I want that again.
We want to bring
I
back
thought that
a
was
bigger
great.
beer tent. Not that the Woodruff tent is great.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
I would want bigger.
Yeah.
Just because I remember it being big. I remember
Yes.
it being packed, and the bands were on a stage. The bands were on the ground, so it felt homier, I guess. And
That's
to
the
me is
trouble with the
something I'd
tent
like.
and a stage is
You can't
like
see.
it cuts off your line of
Yes.
vision
It does.
to the band.
You're so
like, oh
right.
God, their shins are really great performers.
Yes, yeah, they're great. Look at them move around. That's great.
great footwork.
So,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's early,
Yeah.
you're still figuring out what you
Yes.
want to do with specifics, along
Yep.
the way. You'll learn as you go,
Yep.
like we all do every year. Can you give those dates for 2027?
Yeah.
Do you know them?
So it is, I'm trying to remember, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Okay.
Fifth and sixth. Yeah.
It's that very first weekend of June.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
My brain was just thinking of what days were these so I could go baards a day.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
4th, 5th, and 6th of June.
Somebody was making a comment to me maybe the week. No, it was probably a week after, and he's like, "Well, how much does it cost to get in there?" And I looked it up, and I don't remember what it said. Like,
So it's $10 for adults.
yeah, and well, you mean it's $10 just to go in and walk around? And I'm like, yes. Because what you're not seeing is, the vendor sales are the vendor sales. Those
Yeah.
are not that's not your income.
No.
You got people emptying garbages. You got people cleaning the bathrooms. You got,
Yeah.
even if it's some extra water for the volunteers to have some
Yeah.
while they're working.
Yeah.
You've mentioned a lot of the behind the scene work where that money, that is still cheap. Go to the Renaissance Festival in Minnesota. It's probably going to be
Well, and-
$80 or
Yeah,
something
well,
a
at
person.
least.
The biggest thing about us is we're a nonprofit.
Right.
And we had approximately 4,000 paid wristbands between adults and children,
Okay.
which at $10 a piece is with adults, we had about 2,000 adults. So that's only about $20,000. That right there is not even enough to cover our insurance. And this is our fundraiser because we're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
That helps us to keep this. So next year there can be a Frontier Days.
Yeah.
And, just this history
Yeah.
that people don't realize is here.
Well, and that was the word I used to him too. I said, it's their fundraiser.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess just totally hadn't, and it wasn't that once I explained that, he was, that totally makes sense. But just didn't ever wrap his head around
That's like the biggest thing. People don't realize this is a fundraiser. And that I want to educate people on that aspect because in the past, even when I was trying to raise money for things, they were like, but what about a capital campaign? I'm like, but this right here is what we have that people know.
Yeah.
And this is where we were going to bring in the most money at this point. So make it fun.
Yeah.
And
we thrive on sponsorships and
Yes.
just
Donations.
just donations in general. That helps us throughout the year, which is great.
Yep.
But yeah, Frontier Days is our biggest campaign, and without Frontier Days and without all of those wonderful people that sponsor us and donate throughout the year, we would not be able to continue on.
I get that, sister.
And we have so many artifacts here where people walk in and they think it's all replicas. It's not. We have so many artifacts
Just
that
originals.
are genuine.
Yeah.
And, when I first started, I had a lady come in and she brought in a horse blanket that her great-grandfather had a horse farm, and he would take horses that were on their last leg, per se, and instead of letting that horse just go out and, and they end its life, he kept it until they died. And then he would turn that hide into a horse blanket.
Oh.
She donated that to us. And the history of just getting stuff like that from people donating items.
Right.
is
That might
amazing.
otherwise just get tossed.
Yeah.
Well,
because
and-
some people don't even know what to do with it.
Right.
there's so many rules being a museum that your stuff comes here. It's safe.
It's safe.
We cannot just turn that over.
Nope.
We can't throw it away.
Yeah.
Cannot
we
sell
can't
it.
sell it.
Nope.
Before we do anything with it, if you donated it to us, we have to go to you first and say, hey, we
you fill
don't
out
have
this
room
form?
for this
Yep.
anymore. Would you like this back?
Yeah.
If not, would you be okay with us reaching out to another museum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just a whole big process.
There
so
is.
when your
It's so
stuff
much
comes,
paperwork
Yeah,
to go
it's
through.
safe.
Yep. Well, it's historical.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole
It's
other
safe
world.
here. It's, yeah.
What's a surprising fact you think most people don't know about the museum? You each get one.
I each get one. Okay. All right. I'm going to go first on this one just because I want to make sure everybody knows this. Just because you saw it when you were young does not mean that you saw it and you're done. I think you need to come out and see it again and again because we have, like Sean and Matt and myself, we have so many items here that the buildings will continuously switch.
Yeah. It's never the same.
It'll
fort.
never be the same. Just because we get so many artifacts, it's important to make sure that a family's history is out for
Being
others
represented,
to see and
yeah.
being represented. I think that's really important. So
Good
to
one.
me, that's my heart right there. Is because if I had something important to give, I would give it.
Yeah.
Because I would want everybody else to see the history that my family wants to share.
Love it. How about you?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, that was yeah.
Well, my biggest thing is the stuff I've learned because of the museum, and it's not necessarily the museum itself, but like because of here and being a part of this, I learned Fort Dodge was the first place ever to make a piece of drywall, which is silly,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I would have never known that without being a part of the museum.
Yeah.
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 And so,
Yeah, which is also mind blowing that it's tied into this because like Fort Dodge is basically all the arts, all the everything, not all of it, but like a big benefactor of that is the
Yeah.
drywall industry, basically,
Yes.
which is so weird to say,
Right. Yeah.
But it has touched a lot of parts of this town, and it's kind of neat to see the inner workings still reaching out to preserve art,
Right.
You know,
Well, and we got into the whole gypsum and architecture at the smelter house. Remember talking about the crown molding type things, and that's just a whole nother.
It's wild.
Whole nother avenue we could go down. That's a whole nother podcast,
Right.
Architecture.
There you go.
Dutch
Right to go.
architecture.
While you're doing that,
There you go.
I want to pontificate about something. I think every time you come out here, you could probably hear a different story. Even if it's the same person giving the same tour, they're probably, without knowing it, just switching things up. Like you said, that like horsehide blanket.
Yeah.
That's something where it's like, there's no internet around. That guy didn't have a Twitter account. Nobody was retweeting him. Nobody was making TikToks about their horse blankets.
Yeah.
But it's a neat story.
You're right. That'd be weird if they did.
Kids in the 1800s
Back to the
doing
future.
TikTok dances. No, but like those are cool stories that you would never hear about. You would never know there was some guy that did that cared for it, and then you have an artifact to prove it and a story that came along.
Yeah.
And it's those like little itty bitty things are just the fun things.
They're touching.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out of here and probably remember that forever. There was a guy one time that it's like, why do I know this? I don't know. It's just burned in my head forever.
Well,
Now
I mean,
a neat
it's
story.
advertising too. How many times do you have to see something before it
It's true.
sets in?
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
same thing out here. You've been here once or twice. You did not see everything.
You did not.
You did
No.
not.
No.
What's one modern day convenience that you could not survive if you were living in Fort Dodge in, let's say, 1860? Around this, the beginning part of this.
Well, I'm diabetic, so
You probably wouldn't have diabetes in 1860.
No, that's so true. That's
I would
true.
walk more and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. That's.
I mean, even like car.
Yeah. I was gonna say a buggy, like
my watch. I like my watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
My diabetes is autoimmune, so I have the monitor and the pump. So
Oh yeah,
would-
medical technology.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I would just say just anything that's electric.
Just electricity.
I just want electricity. I mean, the chisel is just too much. I
the
can't.
cell phone. The cell phone.
I will say we are doing this by candlelight, and you guys did a good job lighting it in here, though. So
I'm surprised that I didn't blow out the candlelight laughing.
We
or
have somebody riding a
talking.
bike that's actually powering the phone right now.
what would you not want to do without, Shelley?
Well, I said
18th
my car. I think
Your car? Is it?
It's so convenient, and I am such a I like to road trip and pop
Yes.
around and find the forts. We were in Milwaukee last week, and we were going to see Garth Brooks. Yes, that's why we went. But I was not leaving Milwaukee without seeing the Bobblehead Museum.
Oh, stop! There's a
And
bobblehead museum.
15,000 bobbleheads in this museum.
Oh, my goodness.
It was the best.
Did you get to make one
40
of yourself?
minutes. No, you couldn't do that there. I mean, I could do that online, but no,
Well, yeah,
not there.
but
Not there. It was
that-
$5
how-
to get
That
in.
would have
That'd
been
be,
made
though.
it that much more special.
I think so too. Someone
So-
needs to build one right next to it.
Right?
There will be a link in the description to the Shelley Botter bobblehead dolls available in the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association shop.
I'll just be thumbs
Is that the
upping.
pose for your
Yeah.
bobblehead?
Like Buddy
and
Christ kind
she's
of.
doing it at the Fort Museum.
What else do we need to know before we close out on this?
I just think just watch to see what we have coming up.
Yep.
I mean, be part of what's happening out here. Don't be scared to walk in and visit with us and see what you can do to help out around here. I think that's one main thing. I think it's so cool to be part of history.
Yeah.
And why not come out and have part in it? You
Yes.
know, there's so much to do. Even if you're a gardener or whatever, we have 3 gardens out there. We have a butterfly garden, a garden, and it's supposed to be a 3 sisters, but I'm not seeing anything grow.
Okay.
So if you know anything about a 3 sisters garden, I haven't seen anything sprout up out of the ground yet. And, maybe I'm old school, but isn't it supposed to be knee high by the 4th of July? We're getting real close, and
We are,
not
yeah.
seing anything sprout besides some
This
milkweed
could be an
out there.
incredible week.
And if you love,
It's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, stop out.
and if you love cosplaying, that's something like you could totally come here.
Oh gosh,
and
yes.
just
We have
walk
an
around.
intern that does that. She
Yes.
loves that. Yeah, she
Yep.
comes out here and her and her wife came out and they did that for Frontier Days, and I thought that was really cool. They sat on the front porch down there and were
In their costumes.
doing some
Yes.
do I want to call it twine with the tree bark?
I didn't see
Okay.
it, but
It was so cool. They made a belt. Like, how
I believe
cool
that
is
they
And then we had a
Wild.
gentleman out here
Yes.
that was making his own bow and arrow and all
Yes.
dressed. And
Just
So come out. That's
yeah,
what you're saying.
Come out
Was the
and have
Sandhill
fun.
kid here?
he
Yes.
absolutely was.
Darn
Yes.
tootin'.
Yeah, darn tootin'.
Every time I come out here, I'm always just like, Sandhill kid's here. Love it.
He is
He's a
staple.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. he is
Him and
definitely-
Hillbilly Bob.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had
gosh.
pistol
And the
Packing
stilts guy.
pistol packing Paula.
Oh, that's
A lot
hard
of
to
peas.
say.
Yes, and we put her in our Cardiff
the
stage
Cardiff garden
area,
area.
which was the first time in the 5 years that I've been.
I don't think I've ever
part of
seen
this?
anything out there during Frontier Days.
She said it was great to be in there. We just
Yeah.
the first day we didn't have enough
on Friday it was a little
display,
slow. Yeah,
so people knew she was
Yeah.
in there because
Yeah,
we never
signage.
used it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah, we learned that real quick to get that signage. So we made it large and in charge for Saturday, and she had a good audience, and she absolutely loved it out there. And
She, playing with pistols,
Yeah.
she was like, I don't have to worry about anybody behind me because
Yeah.
she had the fence and
Yeah.
she was like,
Safety.
It was safe.
yeah,
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's super fun.
See, we could keep learning and just keep
Yeah.
learning.
Can,
But
yeah.
now you need to come out here. We've opened the
Yes.
door for you.
Yes.
Now you need to come in and
Yes.
dig around and ask questions. And just because you come in doesn't mean you're required to volunteer.
no, I won't.
They
make
will
you
not
volunteer.
force you. Like you
No.
can just
But
come
if
and
you don't
enjoy
want
this.
to pay, volunteering is a great option.
Ooh. I like
Yes.
that one too.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Thank you guys. This
Yeah.
is really fun. All right. So if you're looking for any of the fort's information, I'm going to put the links down below in the description, the website, which you can find the contact information if you want to volunteer, etc., as well as the Facebook, which is kind of taking off. Like you said, you're posting more stuff on there. And it's,
Yes.
so, interact. Let them know all the fun stuff
Yeah.
that's going on there. So, yeah.
My
all that-
bobblehead link.
Yes, the bobblehead link. also.
Can I buy? Are they numbered?
Yeah, there'll be a limited release.
Can I get number 000 or is it 001?
We'll work out the details
Okay, cool.
later.
All right. So for everybody that's out there, just make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you like this episode, go back and listen to another one. There's probably some other people we've talked to that you know something about. And if we talk to somebody you don't know anything about, that's actually the episodes you really need to listen to, because then you're going to learn more about everybody else. So Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association's website is down below as well if you want to find all the stuff. All the older episodes are on there. Subscribe, like, share. I think I already said that, but Shelly.
But we should do all of those
Yes.
things. And then thank you to Peter. He's our podcast guru and our real wrangler, and does all the things behind the scenes. So thank you for all you do as well.
Awesome.
And shine on.
Shine on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on in, sit next to me. Tell me how you been and spill a little tea. Share a happy grin and let your mind go free. Everybody wins, keep it light and carefree. It's just a thoughtful exchange. We're engaging our brains about the arts here in town. Get the word going round. So come on in, sit next to me, and sip a little Fort Dodge tea. Fort Dodge tea, a thoughtful exchange about the arts. Thanks for dropping by.